how's it going, guys? It is Foxy98 here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Subscriber Championship for you guys today here on the channel. We're here for the Chinese Grand Prix. This is round number 9 of the season. If you haven't enjoyed today's video though, drop it a like, subscribe if you're new around here as well. And as you can see on the random grids, we've been given P8. Now, in the championship, we are 8 points behind DHL F1 guy, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it for the final 2 races, which were recorded back to back. So unfortunately, we're not going to get that dream title fight that we kind of wanted, but at the end of the day, it is just a game, and we're just here to have some races. So, yeah, a little bit, it's really unfortunate. I really wanted to see how it would have played out. But nonetheless, we are here now for the Chinese Grand Prix, and we're starting in P8. Then you can see everyone that is ready to get underway for this race. What I'm deciding to do for this race is I'm going to start the race on the medium compound tyres and then switch to the softs. The soft tyres around China just, well, they're terrible, and I pretty much want to just get the most out of my mediums, and then when the fuel burns down, we'll have better tyres at the end. We've got the 5 red lights though here for the Chinese Grand Prix, and it is lights out, and away we go then. It's a good start from the majority of the field, by one of the Williams cars there that just didn't get off the line at all, as we now go in towards the first corner then. Just going to take it nice and easily here. I think this is Wavy Knife just in front of us now, and we're going to just tuck ourselves to the inside line here, and we're going to get past him in towards turn 1, and then swoop around the outside for turn number 2 here, and we've got one of the Alfa Romeos directly in front of us now, but it looks like Lion leading the way with Callisto, and then Dominator, and then Hazza next on the field, as we're going to try and get past Madman as quick as we possibly can here. Go down the inside, around the outside, sorry, of Madman. We actually overstep it a little bit on the brakes there, but eventually though, as we just start to use a little bit more of the rich and ERS here, we're now up into 5th place. So a very nice start actually, up 3 places from where we originally were. So that's very encouraging. Now it's just about managing the car a little bit, as I think Madman tried to put me off a little bit there by trying to send it down, trying to dummy it down the inside. I wasn't having it, and we're alright as we now just adjust the brake bias and the diff here. I just put it on 50-50 just because, well, 50-50 chance, you know what I'm saying? But as you can see, crucially, what I've noticed in front here is that Hazza in P4 is actually on the medium tyres as well. So in terms of a direct rival at this stage of the Grand Prix, our direct rival, pretty much actually for the whole race, is going to be Hazza, because he's on the same tyres as us, as we're draining the battery now, using our rich mixture as well. And straight away then we're going to go down the inside on Hazza. We brake super late. We actually brake a little bit too late there versus Hazza. I chucked the car into lean to just try and get the car to slow down a little bit, but we actually didn't get the position there. So using our ERS in a completely different area, we've actually run out of battery here on the line, but eventually now we've got it back again, and I'm just going to constantly monitor what Hazza is doing. But eventually in towards turn 1, we are safe and secure from him, and we are now up into 4th place here as we go in towards turn 2. Lap 3 of the Grand Prix now. We've actually got the fastest lap of the race so far. I felt so happy on these medium compound tyres. They felt brilliant, and we're using them to great effect here now, as Callisto here in 3rd place now in the Ferrari goes a little bit wide on the banking. We're able to get a much better run through there, tucking ourselves to the inside line, and straight away that's move done. We've even got DRS coming up, and I just stopped using ERS. There's no point. I do have to keep an eye out though, because Callisto does have DRS. He was in range of Dominator when he made the move stick, as we go super late once again on the brakes into the hairpin. Still not getting it right, but we get a little bit better traction in doing that, and we're able to secure ourselves up now into 3rd place in this Grand Prix. Next up is Dominator, but the pace at the moment is absolutely sublime on these medium compound tyres. Lap 4, and we've closed up to the back of Dominator, who's gradually closing up to Lion. He's getting very close actually to being onto the back of him here, as Dominator now gets a little bit of a silly run through the banking, just like pretty much everyone really. Everyone tends to go wide on that banking. I'm able to tuck the car in nice and claim the apex, and then really open up my exit. And Dominator, I think he quite clearly knew on that one, the fight's not worth it. Just me on my mediums, they're just working, and I just love driving this car with the medium tyres around China. Don't know why, it just happens to be that way. Next up now is Lion, who is 1.5 seconds up the road, but at this point, everyone's soft tyres are going to be shattered, because they'll just be overheated, they'll be worn out, they'll just feel like crap basically. And on to lap 5 now, so 1 lap later, we've dropped Dominator just out of DRS zone by 1/1000th of a second there, and we're in DRS range of Lion now, so we're making fantastic progress here. on these medium tyres as we now go onto the banking once again here, getting a nice run with some DRS. Let's have a look then and see what the pace is like versus Lion. Lion automatically decides to go defensive here, and the man that won the Singapore Grand Prix, I think it was last time out, unless I'm wrong, we're now going to open up the DRS here, and then we're going to go to the outside line of this hairpin, and around we go. This time we get the braking sorted there, and Lion unfortunately has to accept defeat in that specific battle as we now go through in towards to the final corner. Lion actually decides enough is enough, I need to get off these soft compound tyres and pit as we set the fastest lap of the race, so 134.5. We're going to around about lap 9 of this race, so we've got a couple of laps now to just get our head down and focus really. And as you can see then, here is lap 9. Now, overall, you can see the gap to Lion is about 21.1 seconds. I think it was around 23 seconds, I want to say, when Lion came out of the pits. I had quite a few scruffy laps, I'll be honest, just going wide, lacking concentration. No excuses on that. I mean, the tyres were also going off at the same time, but it definitely could have been a cleaner time when I was actually out in front with no one near me. I actually had more pace when I was attacking other cars, which is weird, but it is what it is. We're now going on to the soft compound tyres for the remaining 5 laps of the race. We are going to overheat them towards the end. It's inevitable, especially when we're running fixed setups, so no one can make any setups at all. As you can see, Lion does actually get ahead, so by undercutting us by about 3 laps or so. In fairness though, it's only 1.2 seconds. It could have been a lot more actually. And if I actually got myself together and was just a little bit more cleaner in some corners when I was in clean air, it could have been a little bit different. But the fact is, by pitting on lap 5, and then going on to a new set of mediums versus me then on my mediums, and then pitting on lap 9, to only be 1.2 seconds back afterwards, not too bad at all. But we're going to try and stay on board here with this lap and pretty much just follow Lion now, and you can just see the extra grip that we've got already on these soft compound tyres. What's crucial for Lion is that he just basically holds me up and doesn't let me through. But obviously you can see here as he goes wide there on the exit, we're pretty much just I'm not really doing anything, I'll be honest. I'm literally just waiting for the DRS zone to come into play here and get the overtake done. What I'll do from that then is I'll pump in a fast lap then on the soft compound tyres, get myself out of 1 second window of Lion, and then manage the gap because my tyres will go off, so Lion will be able to come back at us now. But with the DRS wide open here versus Lion, we're going to go down the straight here and then in towards the hairpin. Got the move done even before the hairpin, so it means that as soon as we go down the insides here, nice and easy, and we are through ahead of Lion, back into the lead then of the Chinese Grand Prix, as Dominator there is, I think, just got ahead of Fake TV, so they're having a little bit of a scrap for 3rd place there as we open up the taps here, and just being careful of Lion because he does have DRS on this pitch straight, but it's absolutely fine. And from that point onwards, it was absolutely game, set, match. We set the fast lap of the race for 133.6, and beyond that, we built up a 3-second lead, and that's all we needed. We're going to come to the checkered flag though and absolutely dominate the Chinese Grand Prix here in sub-champ. Lion is going to take 2nd place. That man has found himself a nice bit of form as of late, winning the Singapore Grand Prix last time around, and he's come home in 2nd place this time around. So GG's and fair play to you for really stepping up in this latest couple of races, really, as Fake TV there gets driver of the day. I don't know where he started and where he finished. I know he finished 4th, but I don't know where he started. Probably 11th, then I would have thought. But there you can see is us then having a little bit of a boogie on the podium there. Also, Dominator gets onto the podium. I'm pretty sure that's the first time he's actually managed to achieve a podium finish in sub-champ this season. He's had a lot of bad luck come his way as well, so there is that to bear in mind. So it's nice to see some other drivers checking out on the podium, because it's pretty much just been me and DHLF1 guy most of the time on the podiums this season, because we've just been pushing each other to the absolute extremes. But having a look then at the race results in just a second after I go through the current tier sit. Oh, check that out, tier 3. I'm such a professional. Oh, I don't play this game anymore. We're going to skip through this eventually. I say eventually because we'll get there. There you go. As you can see then, so we actually then started in P8 and we won the Grand Prix ahead of Lion then. And then it is Dominator and then Fake TV. I don't know how that works. Fake TV started 9th and finishes 4th. I started 1 position higher and I finished 1st. How did I not get driver of the day? I am mad about that. But there is your full race results there with Fake TV. Glisso has always an icon one. You see the rest. In the Drivers' Championship then, obviously, it's a bit of a shame that DHLF1 guy couldn't make it for the final 2 races. But it does mean that we're pretty much now, we've won the championship for Sub-Champ Season 2. But unfortunately, it is what it is. Sam is still third in the championship. Hazard now just 2 points behind him heading into the Brazilian Grand Prix. Sam unable to make the Chinese Grand Prix. He did make the Brazilian Grand Prix though, so we'll see how that goes down. Callisto 5th in the championship ahead of Fate TV, who is 6th. Then we have got Line 7th, Tominator 8th ahead of Con, Wavy Knife, Bacon Boy, Azzy, Soda, Madman, Bell, Wingman, Schumacher. No one's in the Ferrari. My timer's just gone off on my phone for some reason. Yeah, they are all of the standings there. Into the Constructors then, McLaren, we have actually won the Constructors Championship now. We were pretty much bound to win it, even if DHL could race. But it was inevitable. It was going to come in this race. And then it's Williams in 3rd, actually, with 108 points. Ferrari in 4th with 85 points. But credit where it's due to Callisto. I'm pretty sure he's been driving on his own in that Ferrari for the whole season. So you've got to give him props for such a strong performance. Racing Point 5th with 69 points. Haas 6th with 67 points. Then we've got Red Bull with 61 points. So they've got a lot to fight for in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Mercedes 49 points. Renault 37 points. And Alfa Romeo have 11. But there it is then. That is it for Subscriber Championship. Round number 9 here for the Chinese Grand Prix. If you have enjoyed it, drop it a like, subscribe if you're new around here as well. And we've got one more race left to go. It's the Brazilian Grand Prix. So the championship have pretty much been decided. I mean, DHL didn't turn up, so it means that it's going to be a bit anticlimactic. But we'll see you guys for that race. Until then, I'm out. Take care all. Peace.